Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Yesterday, the governor of Kaduna State, Anti-Grazing Rufai, took out time to talk about the issue of anti-open grazing bill. And one of the things he said was that the resolution of the southern governors to stop open grazing is totally unimplementable. And for him, the reason was more financial than expected. He made Nigerians understand that for him, if he has to start up ranching in his state, he will have to expend as much as 114 billion naira because he has 14 grazing reserves in his state. Now, the governor of Ondo State and also the chairman of the Southern Governors Forum, Rotimi Akeredolu, have taken out time to reply him. And you're going to be shocked with the content of his reply. It has a lot to do with banditry and has a lot to do with the statement he made yesterday. But before we give you full details of this, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, Rotimi Akeredolu, had berated the Kaduna State Governor, Anti-Grazing Rufai, for saying the anti-open grazing law passed by some southern governors is not implementable. Akeredolu, in a statement signed by his Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogu, insisted that the anti-open grazing law has come to stay in the southern region. He described El Rufai attack on him and other southern governors as devious and a hysteric ploy to externalize banditry. According to the statement, it read thus: from all indication, Governor Anti-Grazing Rufai, if he was properly quoted and his views not misrepresented, is struggling hard to export banditry to the south under an express opinion that is last with mischief. In these days and time, anyone who makes statements such as that allegedly made by the governor belongs to a class of an unenviable ink masquerading as leader. There is no wisdom in condemning stroke banning open grazing, prohibiting inter-border movement of cattle in the north, including Kaduna, with an accompanying disapproval of a law that gives bite to same in another part of the country. Perhaps it is apt to state clearly that the likes of Governor Rufai are already in a hysteric mood of escalating and indeed externalizing banditry, especially as the military onslaught against criminal elements and other terror variants suffices in the north. For emphasis, any such comment like that of Kaduna governor, if indeed he made that statement, merely seek to encourage anarchy under the guise of resentment of a law by affected stakeholders. In other words, it is cleverly crafted path towards replicating in the south the most despicable situation in the north that Nigerians of goodwill daily pray to overcome. It is a ploy beyond the ordinary. It must, however, be noted that the anti-grazing law, especially in Ondo State, has come to stay. It shall be zealously guided and consciously deployed to protect all residents of Ondo State, notwithstanding their ethnic and religious biases. Those who have nothing evil to perpetuate have nothing to fear as regards the law. Rufai had, while addressing newsmen after a meeting with officials of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Abuja on Tuesday, described the anti-open grazing law passed by the southern governors as not implementable. He accused the governors of politicizing the situation. Wow. Governor Rufai and Akeredolu, I've never seen them clash before, but with what we just heard now, it's clear that Rotimi Akeredolu is totally out to ensure that the issue of banditry and the likes, mostly being perpetuated by, Fulani headers, does not come to his state. And that's why he's standing very strong. Of all the governors, southern governors, I would say that when it comes to the issue of security, Ondo seems to really stand out. I don't know about, neighborhood stealing, neighborhood robbery, and all of that in Ondo State. But when it comes to the issue of security, protecting the lives of his people from the angry hands of, Fulani headsmen, he's topmost in the list. And for me, I think he's the best when it comes to it. And, what shocks a lot of people is the fact that the man does not care whether the statement he's making or the move he's taking, to protect his people will, at the end of the day, affect his, relationship with his party. He doesn't care. All what he's overly interested in is the will of the people to stand. And I mean, this is the kind of leaders that we are really, really seeking for. Someone who will go beyond, the strata of party relationship just to make sure that he protects his people. This kind of person can stand even for presidency. I'm telling you, that's my personal opinion. I don't know about his developmental strife in his, hometown, that's in his state. But when it comes to security, such a person can combat insecurity in Nigeria. Because one thing notable is that before he makes a step, all the stakeholders are already in the know. And he would tell them that no matter what, this law must prevail. Now, let me give you a little idea of what is happening in Ondo State. In Ondo State, the Fulani headers there, because of possibly wanting to keep the relationship they're having with the state, have gone as far as learning how to feed their cows in their different ranches. And they said there's no problem. We are not going to be doing anything like open grazing again. We'll obey the law of the land. And they are abiding. And guess what? Akeredolu had already said when he passed the anti-open grazing law, he had already opened up to Nigerians that Fulani herders and those doing business of, rain cattle in southern part of Nigeria, especially in Ondo State, that they don't have any option. Is you better take it or you go away and leave my territory. That's what he said. And from all indication already, there's a particular people from a particular ministry that are already there trying to teach the Fulani people and those rain cows there how they can feed their cows in their different ranches. I mean, this is quite excellent. These are the kind of people that we should, sort for when it comes to leadership. Those who will stand the test of time, no matter the raging storm, whether it's coming from their party members or coming from even the presidency, he can still withstand it. I mean, this guy is exceptional. I'm not out here to sing his praise, but I will say of the truth that Akeredolu is one of the best governors when it comes to security issues. And with what he had done thus far, the implementation will be very easy, especially for them. Now, why would it be very easy? Number one, there is a Motekun, and one of the responsibilities they have been charged with in Ondo State is to ensure full implementation of that anti-open grazing bill. And they are already out working every day to ensure that it stands. No cows litter the streets and all of that. That is one thing we cannot see in the southeast. You understand? They don't have the capacity. The law has been passed, but how implementable is the law in that area? I think that's the basis. That is where this guy's opinion was founded on, talking about the governor of Kaduna State. When he looked at how, the whole thing is in some other part of the southern part of Nigeria, he's like, man, this thing is not possible. There's no way it can happen. You understand? But right now, in southwest, they already have a Motekun who will contend with these guys. And right now, for them, the only option they have is, it's not an option, because when you're talking about option, it's like two stuff. You understand? But it's a necessity. You just have to obey, or you take a walk out of our state. And I think that he's ready for any form of mischief to deal with them squarely. I'd like to leave it there. What do you think about the attitude of Akeredolu? Let's go to our